would you know how to work out this weird looking shaded area, given that the radius of all of the circles is 1? So as you start this question, have a think about your problem solving strategies. So what do you know that could be helpful here? So generally when you have these weird looking shapes, it's good to try and dissect them into easier ones to work with. And a very good general strategy is when you have touching circles, you join up their centers. So for example, here we could join the centers of these 3 circles. The radius, like I said, of all of them is the same, it's 1. So what shape does it form? It's of course a triangle, but not just any triangle. The radius of each of the circles is 1, and each of the sides of the triangle is made up of 2 radii. So all of the lengths of this triangle will be 2. So it's an equilateral triangle. And what do we know about equilateral triangles? We know that angles are all 60 degrees. So now, based on your knowledge of circles, you could probably work out the area of this triangle, and you could also work out the area of these 3 sectors, which combined would make 180 degrees, or just half of one of these original circles. So that's a fantastic start. We know how we're going to figure out this area. But what about this one down here? So another good general strategy when you're working with circles is join up the centers of circles with any tangents. So here we've got the circle is tangent to the line here. So we join up the center with a tangent, and it's the same over here as well. And now we've got another easier shape to work with too. We've got a rectangle where the base is 2 and the height is 1. And these angles, because it is a rectangle, are going to be 90 degrees. So we can work out the area of these 2 sectors and subtract them from the area of the whole rectangle, and that's going to give us the area below. So we just need to go ahead and compute all of those calculations. So the way that we're going to do that, we'll start with a triangle. Well, the area of the triangle is half the base times the height. The base is 2. The height, well, we're going to have to do 2 squared minus 1 squared square rooted. It's going to be root 3. Sides of an equilateral triangle are always in the ratio 1 to root 3 to 2. So it's going to be half times 2 times root 3. If we just called this one A, this one B. So for area A, it's half times 2 times root 3 minus the 3 sectors. So of course the area of a circle is pi r squared, but here our radius is 1, so it's just going to be pi. But because the 3 60-degree sectors make up a half circle, it's going to be a half pi. And we could simplify this a little bit to just root 3 minus pi over 2. And then for area B, we've got a rectangle which has base times height, which is 2 times 1, minus, again, a half circle, which we just figured out was a half pi, so 2 minus pi over 2. So in total, the shaded area is A and B put together, which will be 2 plus root 3 minus pi. If you like that, let me know in the comments.